Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie, and this is my success story. When I first started this work, I was very numb. I think kind of feeling from where I am today and where I was then. I kind of entered into my adult life having a very specific view of what life was and what the world was, and basically a very unique relationship to my life, to life itself. And and that included feeling really alone. It included feeling really misunderstood. I always had ideas and thoughts and beliefs that I didn't feel like I shared with anyone else around me, and or that people didn't really could really align with me there. So I just felt very different, and coming from that place, because I felt so different, I realized I began to numb out and harden my heart to life. And so I kind of lived every day in this like utter state of exhaustion and sadness, and even anger, but I couldn't even feel it. And there would be times when I would feel nothing for days and days and days and months and years. And then, something would trigger me so deeply where I would blow up. And it was obviously very clear that I didn't understand how to feel my feelings or to process them as each day goes on. And that eventually translated into a lot of chronic illness. So, I think the biggest physical result in my journey, my success story that I can really share with you all, and I think people who have been following me for a while have seen it, is my health, and it was all linked to, surprise, surprise, something happening in here. I actually have a degree in public health. I went to school for health and nutrition. I've worked in the supplement industry. I worked, teaching health around the world. And yet something always felt like it was missing, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And I remember even before I started this work, my heart was calling for something. And so I started to research, a little bit more metaphysical. Like, I recognize that we are holistic beings, and I cannot address my problems from just a physical solution because I tried that. I did all of that, and it didn't really give me long-lasting results. And that's what I really wanted. I didn't want a result for a day and then the next to wake up and feel shitty again. Excuse my language. But that's what led me to Jeff and Shalea's work ultimately. And through really seeing myself, body, mind, and spirit, and resolving the upsets around the mind and the spirit, has helped my body to flourish and thrive. I, before this work, had multiple chronic illnesses, food allergies, my hair was falling out, my nails would shred, I had chronic acne, cystic acne, goodness. My face would bloat just be chronically bloated. I just thought I looked really, really fat for a long time, but it actually wasn't that. It was just I was retaining a lot of water. My digestion was terrible. I had so many intestinal upsets where I couldn't eat. I was on special diets because I couldn't eat things. I became a vegetarian because I couldn't digest meat. Where do you hear that happening? Which is very weak inside. And now I can eat anything I want. I'm not kidding. I went from extreme belly aches and air and bloat and having a BM once every 2 weeks with help, and to regularity. And if there's anything that people don't understand how important that is, I don't think you'll not understand the significance if you haven't gone through it. But if you are going through that, you know how bad it feels and how terrible you feel all the time. And it affects your mood, it affects your thoughts, it affects your performance, your energy. I even had extreme adrenal fatigue, meaning that I didn't have any energy. As soon as I'd sit down, I'd conk out and go to sleep. So I was just really drained in all of these places. And so Jeff and Shaleia really introduced me to the key, the piece that I was missing. I'd studied all the physical stuff. I'd even studied some of the nutritional aspects, supplements, biochemical responses, physiology. I'd even begun, fast, yes, going fast. That's what that meant. I'd even begun studying things like sound healing and seeing how, what other aspects really are affecting us in every moment. And even psychology, the mind, the emotions, emotional intelligence. But Jeff and Shaleia brought that all together. They put it all together in a package. And when I began being a student of Twin Flame Ascension School, in 2017, I think it was May 1st, 2017, and beginning to master the teaching. And I think it was it took me a little bit. I had some resistance at first to loving myself, to doing a mirror exercise, to doing my first mirror exercise. I think it took me 3 months of being in classes because I was so resistant to love in myself. And that's what Jeff and Shaleia, the ultimate gift that they gave me, was they taught me how to have a relationship with myself, how to have a relationship with life, all of life, based on love. And that's really what I was missing. I could have a relationship with life based off of control all I wanted and try to fix things and do things, from fear, but that didn't get me anywhere. And that made me sick and tired and angry. And it didn't make me a really fun person to be around. And I noticed all the relationships I would attract were just reflections of that. And so, doing this work, learning how to take responsibility for my reality, for what I'm experiencing and what I'm feeling, and healing all of that has completely transformed me. It has completely transformed how my mind works, my heart. I don't have anxiety anymore. I'm able to approach anything in my life from an empowered place, not from a fear-based or duty, control-based one. And that's freedom. That's the freedom I was always looking for my whole life. That's one of the reasons why I left the US in the first place. I recognize now I was really searching for a feeling of freedom. And I'm so glad I learned how to do that and give it to myself on the inside instantly, so I don't have to spend a whole lifetime trying to get it out here to control or to use a lot of my energy to love myself. I don't need to. Jeff and Shaleia taught me the easy way. So it's like in the last 6 years, it's been three and a half with Jeff and Shaleia, and it took me 3 years just to do some spiritual work and ground to even see them and vibrate into their reality, to be able to even choose to work in this place. It's the last 6 years. It's been a lot of me surrendering who I thought I was and allowing God to show me who I am. And that is the most juicy feeling in the entire world, because, oh my gosh, it makes you feel really lost. You tend to feel really lost if you feel disconnected from your truth and from your true self. And it doesn't feel good. It feels hard to relate to your life. It feels hard to relate to others, to have relationships, because you can't share yourself if you don't know who you are. So what do you share? And that's kind of the conundrum I was getting into in so many of my relationships, is I would try to become someone else in order to relate to them. I would try to become someone else in order to relate to life. And Jeff and Shaleia taught me how to just be myself and heal my bad feelings, heal where anything triggers me, my trauma. You know, everybody has trauma somewhere. And I'm really glad I invested in myself and supported myself in order to heal that. To live a life where you feel empowered is one of the best, and strong, and you feel loved and you feel safe and free. That's the best life anybody can have. And that's the life that I wish to give to my children one day. That's the life I promote my friends to have, is to grow and heal themselves, to take responsibility for their feelings, and if anything feels bad, to heal it. So that used to be really hard, and it seemed impossible, so I used to not do that. But it's just because I didn't have the tool. I didn't have the teaching, I didn't have the support, the community to support me in that, and to say it's okay, and to challenge me, to discipline me in places where maybe I thought maybe places where I was reacting in a place, or I was hurting myself. And that's my biggest success. And I have all of that now. I have a relationship with life based in love. And that's powerful. And I'm really, really grateful for that. And I wanted to note, it's been about 2 years now. So I started to work about 3 years ago. It's been about 2 years now, where I have begun eating meat again. I've been able to, because I can actually digest it now. My hormones have completely regulated, and I have my menses every month, which before was so irregular, to where sometimes it would be once every 7 months, and I didn't have a flow. That's normal now, and not painful. My body processes, my digestion is normal. Like I mentioned earlier, I can digest and eat any food I want. I don't react to foods anymore. Like I don't have skin reactions or acne because of foods. I feel it's easy to choose foods that are good for me. It doesn't feel hard. I don't get cravings for really inappropriate things anymore, because I healed my upsets I had with my body and with my food. I healed all of those, and that's because of this. It's because of this work. So, I say that's my biggest success, but I think my biggest success, I've said that multiple times in this video, my biggest success is me. Because it's littered with successes. I have improved in every area of my life, even attracting relationships with people who actually unconditionally love me and don't need something from me, don't need my attention, don't need my energy or me doing something for them to care about me. Oh my gosh, that is so freeing. To have relationships and have a whole community where we all come together and have the same value. We all come together with the same choice to love ourselves and to love the earth. Man, isn't that a success in itself? So, all in all, I love myself now. And I definitely couldn't say that before. And it's not just something I'm saying, it's something I genuinely feel. And I can say too, I know what love feels like now. I know when my heart says to do something or not. I can actually allow my heart to lead now. I have been tuned into myself. I can make my own choices now. I feel very confident in that and feel like my internal guidance is very purified and correct. And I'm attracting and I just have a much better life in all aspects because of that. Much more rich, savory, robust, deep. I don't have to have shallow experiences or shallow relationships anymore. I get to share all of myself and everything we do. And I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much, Jeff and Shaleia, for everything that you've taught me, for our relationship, for supporting me, for loving me. Thank you for creating the community that also supports and loves me. And I'm just, I'm really honored to to love you, but also to support you in teaching other people how to love themselves too, because I've chosen this and because I'm healing, continuing on this journey, and I will not stop until I have everything that I want. I'm just really blessed to be a part of this and to be a part of doing what I actually really love to do, which is to support and love other people. And I get to do that now. I get to live my life purpose every day and love people and teach them that they're safe and that they're loved too. What a wonderful world it truly is that we live in today. And I just really want other people to help other people open their eyes to see the same. Thank you. Man, these bangs. Whew. All right, this chair is squeaky.